Punjab's fabulously rich and often fragile heritage today narrates a decaying story of the past glory due to neglect and lack of preservation. The heritage of Punjab has a history. Every monument has a story to tell. Every brick that has stuck together through thick and thin takes us back in time to what may have happened, who may have lived there, what glories or dooms may have taken place in this ancient king's abode. The Manoli Fort, few kilometers from Chandigarh. The Mughal fort won by legendary Nawab Kapoor Singh in 1763 presents a poor picture of its original glory. The grand gate that guarded the entrance of the fort has perished, and only two of the four-corner towers are still standing. It is matter of time before the entire structure becomes a heap of rubble. It is among the few forts that is made of bricks and belongs to an era when stone was largely used. Villagers of Manoli lament that despite being declared as a protected monument, the Punjab Archaeology Department officials did nothing much.
ਇਹ ਸਾਡਾ ਨਾ ਕਿਲਾ ਗਿਰਨੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਆਦਾ ਤੇ ਫਟਿਆ ਪਿਆ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਬੱਚੇ ਨਾ ਖੇਡਦੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਇਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਠੇ पे ਇੱਟਾਂ ਗਿਰਦੀਆਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੱਜਦੀਆਂ ਕੋਈ ਸੋਚੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦਾ ਨੁਕਸਾਨ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਮੁਰੰਮਤ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਹਤਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਵੇ ਆਈ ਆ
Qila Mubarak of Patiala also depicts the same picture of dilapidated history. The lavish carvings, rich stucco designs, decorated walls with the fusion of Islamic, Indian and Western culture. Whisper stories of the state's glorious past, but the government ignoring the rich heritage. And what is endangering the very existence of this historical fort is alleged encroachment of the land of the fort, which still boasted about its modern genre of architecture and facilities like an underground sewage and a cool basement are crumbling, while a number of roofs of the fort have already caved in. Numerous others are about to fall at any point of time in case timely care is not provided. The government never took any interest in preserving the heritage, and so the locals took it over. We have nothing to get out of this sunken monument. If it were kept as a tourist spot, then we could have earned a good amount of revenue by opening up shops for the tourists, where along with the government we could have earned for our livelihood. But it's a forgotten story just to be read in the books. Raja Dipinder Singh, the heir of Bharatgarh Fort in Punjab, wants to sustain the Qila in which he still lives and considers it as a prized possession. But he has his own dilemmas and affirms that
maintaining this place is quite a yearly budget you need to have this yearly maintenance around the year, you can say the rainy seasons and all. That's one of the very testing time because the various embankments and all around the fort, it's little at a height, so you have to be totally look out for the thing. Then it is whitewashed every year, like you can't have that modern technique like snowstorm and all which has come out now. These are all walls of made out of the Sarhadi 8. Rest you can say ki being a big place you need a battery of servants to maintain this place year around.
After becoming the first Muslim ruler to conquer northern Punjab, Mahmud Ghaznavi consolidated his rule in this area and made Punjab as his gateway to India. The riches of Punjab were ransacked, and the Mughals left an impression in the shape of classical buildings and monuments. And then came the rule of Sikhs, who out of vengeance destroyed the Sarhand monument. But after 1947, when India became independent and a secular state, yet it could not take care of its rich monuments that show complete apathy for its heritage and monuments. Today we need a fortune even to make a normal house. And imagine to construct the monuments like Red Fort or a museum, how much wealth it would need. Unlike Anandpur Sahib got the facelift on its 300th anniversary and now is invariably known as the holy city on the map of Punjab. But these historical monuments are falling to pieces. 90% of Sikh heritage monuments have been destroyed in Punjab in the name of renovation and Kar Seva. A Sikh historian, Mr. H.S. Dilgir Singh says, Kar Seva is a unique institution in Sikhism, wherein the community collects funds of volunteers its labor to repair or build religious structures, generally gurudwaras. Why and how did things come to this pass? According to Mr. Gurmeet Rai, these pseudo-babas are armed with so much money, but they spend it foolishly on rebuilding instead of restoration, because they are absolutely ignorant about the historical value of these old monuments. Our gurus were simple, down-to-earth men of the soil, and their buildings reflected the simplicity and harmony which Sikhism is all about. They are converting history into mythology by destroying historical evidence.
मैंने पता है कि सीमेंट नहीं मिलता था, सिर्फ कड़मा पत्थर लाकर लापता चिनाई करती गारे च ऊपर ठीक करती थी। 47 जिथे हड़ आया तो बहुत भी था, ठीक ठीक है तो डिग गया था। होर कुछ है पुरानी यादगार किते नहीं छड़ी भी अगली आगत ने भी तुम वो रहन दियो होर बना दियो। देखने वाले ने क्या देखना, दसदे है कि गुरु साहब इत्थे आकर खेल लेंदे थे अपने होर साथी ने। सारा जंगले था जी, हाँ जंगल सीगा, सब जंगल था। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਿਖਾਉਣਾ ਨਾ ਤੀਰੰਦਾਜ਼ੀ ਦੂਆ ਕੁਛ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਇੱਥੇ ਲਿਆ ਕੇ ਫਰਕ ਹੈ।
Different cities have different history associated with them, and that is what is reflected through the lavish monuments of Punjab. But now, the remains of these priceless buildings and monuments cry for little attention, so that seeing becomes believing and bring enormous tourism to India. Is there any hope for Sikhism's architectural heritage, much of which has already fallen prey to insensitivity and greed, many of which have not survived due to neglect and rest are crying for attention?